All right, so here's where we're at with our hoop house build. This one we're going to be doing in-ground growing. So you can see I've got some fill dirt in here, started leveling it off a little bit. I want to point out that we use all steel construction, and the reason we're doing that, that's actually a top rail, which is what you would make a, what do you call it, like a chain link fence. The top rail that goes on there, that's what these are made out of. It's all steel, holds up to, we've had well over 50-mile-an-hour winds. We had 5 feet of snow on this one and just had no problems with it whatsoever. So anyways, now we're starting to put the rails up, and the rails are just mostly there to hold these guys right here, the channels. And what the channels are for is for when we bring in the greenhouse plastic. I'll use this one as an example. You can see that channel here, and then you use something called wiggle wire to pin in the greenhouse plastic, but it also will help us pin in, this is the next step here, is a insect netting. So we've got our roll-up door here that's going to allow me to roll up the sides when it's nice and warm to increase airflow on the inside of the greenhouse. I'm doing the same thing over here so that the air will flow through during the day as we're growing stuff in the hot months. And so in order to do that, I'm putting in 2 layers of the channel, and then we'll put in for next step we'll be putting in the insect netting, and then it'll be ready for plastic as soon as I figure out what I'm doing here with the sides. One thing I want to note, just because I've been doing this a little bit longer, is you see that it's not exactly 100% straight. We've learned that when you bend your own bars and stuff, A, that's just part of how it goes, and B, it'll continue to straighten out just as we add more components to this. All the tension and everything will just it'll start to even out and look a lot nicer as we go. So rather than freaking out at this stage and undoing everything to get it all perfectly lined up, we've learned just keep going, and the tension itself will do that. So that's where we're at with the greenhouse number 2, or hoop house, I guess I should say. Do want to point out, just for the building friends out there, this is all technically a temporary structure. So it's going into these ground posts here. I can undo these carriage bolts at any time, pull this whole thing apart, and considered it a temporary structure according to our county code. So that's pretty awesome and really helpful for us as we build out these smaller hoop houses. And I'll just say this again, for those who maybe didn't catch the story, the reason we do these 10 by 20s as opposed to bigger ones is just a building code thing. We have quite a bit of snow load here in the mountains, and we could avoid a lot of the engineering by just building smaller and stronger to satisfy all the needs that we have there. So that's the scoop with this, and I'll update another time.